Alrighty. Hey everyone, welcome back to our weekly Amazon for Beginners Masterclass. So tonight we're gonna do our usual, I'm gonna explain to you guys what Amazon FBA is. I'm gonna show you guys a model that I do, and then we're gonna look at some products, and I'll show you guys some examples on how to pick products. And maybe if we have more time, I'm gonna show you guys to how to like manually look for your own products. Got it? Make sense?
Golden.
Awesome. And as usual, appreciate you guys for being here tonight. I know you guys are all busy, so appreciate you guys like being here and for tuning in. So, second. So Amazon FBA, right? Yeah, there's many ways to sell on Amazon, but this particular model that I'm doing, in my opinion, is the most beginner-friendly way because it's the least riskiest. So there's wholesale, right, where people do bulk ordering of products. There's private label where people create their own products and sell their products on Amazon. And then there's other, there's people who like drop ship, which I don't recommend because drop shipping is against Amazon's terms of service. What else? There's people who do RA, which is retail arbitrage. So these people go to stores physically, buy products, and then send them to Amazon, right? But the one that I'm doing is called online arbitrage. I like it because it's 100% online. I think it's very scalable because you're not attached to any product because everything is online, right? It gives you a lot of freedom because to me, the goal of Amazon anyway is to have freedom, right? Or the goal of having any business, in my opinion, is to have freedom. And of course, we got to pay the bills, you got to make the money. But I mean, the real goal, in my opinion, is to be with your families, right? We're not getting into any business to work a ton of hours and miss out on yourself or your family or your hobbies or to enjoy life. So I do like my model because I order products from online retailers like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, and other like smaller online retailers like morningsave.com, TJ Maxx, Lakeshore, Target. So I buy them from online retailers. I ship it to a third-party prep center. My prep centers that I use are in Oregon because there's no sales tax. So it saves me another 10%, right, on sales tax. They pack and prep my products, and then they ship my products to Amazon. And then once Amazon receives the products, Amazon does all the heavy lifting, like shipping, handling, customer service. And I like it because I think it's scalable. I think it's an even partnership between me and Amazon. I feel like I'm Amazon's supplier. I supply Amazon with the products, and Amazon sells the products to their consumers. Did it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as far as products, I'll show you guys some examples. So for example, this one is a Lego toy, right? Let's see. Well, this one's a bad example. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bad example. Let's see this one. Where is the price of this one? Oh, right there. Okay. So this one's a good example. So this blender, right, is $99 from this website called morningsave.com. And the same blender is on Amazon for about 200 bucks. Right? And then this one is, what is this? Pot. A pot. A cooking pot for like 50 bucks from TJ Maxx, and the same products on Amazon for about 120. And then this one is a toy from lakeshorelearning.com for about $15. And the same products on Amazon for about $37. So you guys are probably all in business. So this is just basic arbitrage, right? We're buying something for a low cost and we're reselling the product on Amazon for a higher cost. So was that part clear to you guys? And then
Seems
as far
simple
as the
enough.
three-step process, I pick the product. So for example, I like this product. I run the numbers. I like what I see. I buy it. I do a test buy of usually 5 to 10 pieces. I send it to my prep center. They pack and prep it, and from there they ship it to Amazon. And once Amazon receives the products, they sell their products for me. I like having a test buy because it helps me conserve my capital, right? I don't overbuy anything. There's no reason for me to overbuy anything. I do a test buy of 5 to 10 pieces, and if it does good, I just buy more of it. Right? Very like a safe way to run this business. And then as far as softwares, I use softwares like Seller Amp, right there, Seller Amp. Keepa is another one. So Keepa is the second one. There's more advanced softwares, but for this Zoom, I'm just gonna keep it very basic and simple. So the two that I use is Keepa and Seller Amp. And then what I usually do is I just run the numbers, right? Nothing really crazy. I know there's a lot here that you guys see, but on this Zoom, I'm gonna keep it very simple. Because to me, if it's simple, it's gonna work, right? And it's more scalable. So I'll keep it simple. So what I do is I get the price of the product, the cost. I'm sorry. The first step is I usually match the products first. So I just make sure the product on Amazon and the product from my supplier is the same product, same exact product. And then from here, I take the cost of my product. So for this example, it's about $100 right there. And then I plug that cost under my Seller Amp cost price, right? So it's $99.99 right there. And then the sale price is going to be Amazon sale price. So the Amazon sale price is almost $200. So $199.50. I plug it here. And then from here, I like to look at my numbers. So ROI is what I look at. I like to be at a minimum of 20% ROI. And this one's good to me because it's giving me a 47% ROI, right? So it's really good. And then from here, I look at the sales per month because I only want to sell products that are selling a lot per month, right? You don't want to be buying products that are just going to sit there. So I look at sales per month right there. So for this instance I need to take another step because it's a variation. So I go to variations, I pick the exact variation, and then I check it. So just to keep it simple, this exact variation is getting 63% of all the sales. So I'm getting 63% of this number, which is 576. So this exact variation of the product is selling at 4,700 sales per month. And it's giving me a 47% ROI. And then I also like to look at the competition to see, if there's enough sales to go around with other sellers. So again, right, 4,700 sales a month shared by these people, and it's giving me a 47% ROI minimum on a sale. Would you guys do it? Is this something that you guys would invest your money into?
Yeah.
Yeah, so type in the chat or you can talk to if you want. So again, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a data points. Data points. Just like credit, right? So 4,700 sales a month shared by about 18 sellers right there. And it's giving you a minimum of 46% ROI. Is that something that you guys would invest in?
Definitely. At
See the
least do
chat?
a test buy.
Yeah, so Kevin is a yes. Christian is a yes. So John is, I'm not sure if I would, since you have Amazon selling at 1,000 of them, right? That's a good point. The answer maybe. Yeah, so if you're not sure with with the data, we can go deeper with this. Let's see. So Sam is a yes. So I can go deeper with this. I'm not gonna go way too deep down, just because this is a beginner Zoom, right? So for this instance, Amazon's on the listing. So let me see. So Amazon is on the listing and it's taking 93% of the sales, right? So it means Amazon is on the listing and Amazon is taking a lot of the sales for this product. So let me see. Yeah, Amazon's been on the listing. So to me, there's some type of risk with this product, right? Because Amazon is taking 93% of all the sales for its product. So there's some risk to this, but I think you can still make sales because this product is selling at like 4,700 times a month, right? So to me, this is still pretty okay because if you're only buying 5 to 10 pieces, right? I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell. So that's just gonna be up to you. You know, it's gonna be a personal choice if you want to take that risk or not. Did it make sense? So if you feel like it's too risky for you, then you know obviously don't buy the product. But if you feel like there's a good chance that your product's gonna sell, then I would do a test buy, a small test buy, and just test it. So did it make sense, you guys? All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
So John's is asking, my question would be, does Amazon put themselves in front of us? Not well, not really. Because if you look at the chart here, right? I mean, there's other sellers that are getting the sales. So the sales are like rotating with other sellers. I mean, the only problem is Amazon's taking most of the sales. But it still rotates though. So, but to me, I mean, there's a lot of sales happening every month though, right? 4,700 sales a month. So to me, at 5 units, I think it's going to move. So John's saying, so if they just pick up the slack, then this should be okay as long as you're careful. Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty with this arbitrage model is that you can do a test buy, right? Like some people do like a test buy of like one piece, 1, 2, 3 pieces. So you can just test it. And if you like the results, then just buy more of it in small increments. So yeah, there's no reason to overbuy anything. You can just like test it. And if you like the results, then just keep buying more of it. So yeah. Next product. So again, step 1, just compare the products if they match. So I usually look at the title, photo, description, color. If there's any flavor, I look at the flavor too, size. Yeah, so for this one, it looks the same. And the cost is $49.99. Color is black. So $49.99. Okay. And then the sale price on Amazon is $119.99, which is really high. That's good. Okay. So 200%. Wow, it's pretty high ROI. So based on the price here, right, on your Amazon page, it's giving you a 200% ROI, which is crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, 119. I'm sorry. 119. Sorry, guys. So $119, right? Thanks, Dion. Appreciate you. So your ROI is at 68%. Still really good. and your sales per month is at 125. But then there's a variation, right? So if you go here, it says estimated sales are shared across all variations. So again, if there's a variation, you go to your variations tab right there, and then you check it just to see the exact sale per variation. So variation just means, let's keep it simple. It's like a flavor, right? Or like a different style. So for this exact variation or style, so this exact variation is getting 27% of all the sales. So I would take 27% of all the sales, right, for this product. So 125 sales per month times 0.27, it's about 33 sales a month. And then from here, do the same thing as earlier. So now you decide, right? Are you okay with buying this product that sells 33 times in a month? And there's 7 other sellers here. And it's giving you a minimum of 20% ROI all the way up to like 70% ROI. So John is a yes. He said, I would add initial quantity of 6 or less. Okay, makes sense. Dion is a yes. Anyone else in the chat? So again, 33 sales a month, right? And there's 7 other sellers here. And you're getting a 20% ROI minimum all the way up to 70%. So Sam is a no, okay? Anyone else? Yes, no, maybe? So Christian is a maybe not, okay? Yeah, so I'll give you guys my opinion on it. So 33 sales a month, right? It's not a lot of sales. But to me, there's only 7 other sellers. And then if you look at their inventory, right? There's not a lot of inventory either shared by these 7 sellers. And also, it's giving me a minimum of 20% ROI, which I'm okay with. But then after this seller sells out, the ROI is going to jump to 70%. Okay, so to me, this is good because even if the sales per month is on the low side, the competition is also low anyway. And it's giving me a good ROI, especially after this first seller sells out. Because once this guy is out, the ROI is going to jump to 70%. Make sense? As a matter of fact, the current buy box owner, so the buy box is the current seller who is getting the sale, right? So the current buy box price is actually at $119 anyway. So to me, if I jump on this listing, I can price it at this price and get 70% ROI. Did it make sense? So to me, I'm okay with buying a product that's selling at 33 times in a month with very low competition that gives me a 70% ROI. So, all right, next product. All right, next product is, let's see. So multiplication machine looks like the same product. So the cost is $14.99. Okay, $14.99. Sale price is $36.99 right there. ROI. So John has a question. So when it comes to ROI, as you are sharing, we still have to deduct shipping costs out of that or Amazon fees? No. No, because on seller end, you can add all your fees here. So I'll show you some example. So on here, I added my prep fee because I'm paying. I did my numbers and I'm paying about $2.65 per piece to pack and prep my product, right? And then here, since I'm using a tax-free state prep center, I'm not paying any sales tax. So yes, all the fees are deducted already. And that's the same with Amazon fees also. So the ROI that I'm getting here is a clear or clean ROI after all the fees. So Amazon fees and all my prep fees are covered. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't buy anything that's gonna give me, I'm looking for at least a 20% ROI. So anything over 20% to me is good. Because I'm getting, this ROI or this profit, if you guys want to look at the dollar sign after the fees. So yeah, for this one, ROI is 53%. Sales per month is 185 sales a month. And then again, I go and look at my competition and decide, right? So 185 sales a month. And there's about 51 sellers here. And the minimum ROI that I'm getting is 54%. Would you guys do it? So 185 sales a month with 50 sellers at this much ROI minimum. Would you guys do it? See, so John is saying depends on the inventory of the 50 sellers. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, so here's all their inventory. It's a lot, right? So would you guys do it? So DMs a no. Type in the chat. So 185 sales a month. And there's 51 sellers here. And you're getting a minimum of 54% ROI. So John said, sell there is a lot of sitting on the shelf there. I would probably watch this and try next month once stock is down. I agree. There's like too many people here. So to me, this is very risky because there's like 50 sellers, right, on here. So you gotta look at the ratio, right? Sales per month versus number of sellers. And you kind of just gotta gauge it, right? Like if something is selling at 185 times a month, and there's this many sellers here, even if it's giving me a 50% ROI, doesn't mean anything if it doesn't move, right? Because ROI you only make when the product sells. So to me, the product needs to sell in order for me to get ROI. So in this case, there's too many sellers here for only 185 sales a month. So to me, this is going to be a skip. But I would keep this, I'll be on the lookout maybe like in a few months. And there can be like another substitute. If you want to do this, you can look at the whole year also. And you can kind of see, right, the whole trend in the whole year as far as like price fluctuation, etc. So, but yeah, to keep it simple, I'm not gonna buy this product. There's too many people on the listing, but I'll be on the lookout just in case the number of sellers drop, and then maybe I can jump in the future. So, all right. Next product. Okay, this one's out of stock. So for this one, I would do like a little different example. It's out of stock, right? Sorry, Sam has a question. So Sam is asking, can you look up a product by just its sales volume? Sales volume. What do you mean by sales volume? Like sales per month, you mean, or? Yeah, well, the sales per month is this number right here. So estimated sales is 185 sales a month. Right there. So every product that you look at is going to give you an estimated sales a month right there. And then from there, right, you got to compare your sales per month or sales volume, like I said, against the number of sellers. So, yeah. So for this one's out of stock. So for out of stock products, I usually make a list of out of stock products. And then I check them every few days because if it's out of stock, it's likely to be a hot seller. You know, because it's out of stock, right? Meaning there's a lot of demand. People like the product. So chances are if it's out of stock, it's a high demand product. So I usually make a list of all my out of stock products, and then I check them every few days. Because once they go back in stock, it might be a hot seller. So it takes some work to do that, you know, to go through different products every a few days. But once you find those good products, you know, you can make money from them for a long time. So yeah, for this one, it's out of stock. So what I like to do too is I like to look at other sources. So I don't want to go too deep on this, but I usually do a reverse Google search. So you go in Seller Amp, and then you click this G right here, right, where it says search for product title on Google. And then I would try to look for the exact same product that's out of stock on Walmart, right? On Walmart, it's out of stock, but the same product can be on Target, can be on, you know, Costco, Sam's Club, right? Lowe's, Toys R Us. So I just make the extra effort and try to look for the same product on other websites, right? So let me see. So for this one, yeah, I just do a quick glance. This one out of stock. Well, this one's available. It's a Walmart too. That's interesting. Is it the same one? Yeah, same one, right? Rainbow Friends, Happy Blue. Rainbow Friends, Happy Blue. Okay. Series 1. Yeah, same product. It's weird. Right here it says out of stock, but then hold on. Yeah, I mean it's on Walmart. So the price on Walmart is $9.94, right? So again, I just plug it here and $9.94. And then I run the numbers. So sales per month is 89. ROI is 7%, which is below my standard, right? And then from here, I look and see if, you know, if the market is really at that price. So to me, the market is really selling at that price, right? So 2049, 2049, 2049. It's pretty much selling at this price, and it's giving me an 8% ROI, right? So to me, this product is automatically disqualified because it's below my 20%. That makes sense, you guys? So once you guys sell, you guys are going to set your minimum ROI and then create your own set of criteria. But to me, this is, you know, kind of low, right? 8%. You guys agree? Is 8% too low for you guys?
Yeah, I agree.
Too low, right?
Too low.
Yeah. So to me, you know, I think 20% is a good number. I mean, sometimes I go as low as 15%, but 8% is just way too low. So to me, this one's gonna be a skip. But if you want, you can look again and go back to Google, right? And look for the exact same product. And see if you can find the exact same product for a lower cost. So some people taking the extra step, it's fine. To some people, they just skip it. So that it's gonna be up to you guys. But what I would do though is I would put this listing on a spreadsheet under my out of stock products, and then I would check every few days, if I can find the product that's out of stock. So yeah. Next one. So Legos is okay, Legos. Let's see. So Lego Harry Potter, okay. Interesting. So this one is on sale. So it's $89.99, right? Well, first let's compare if they really match. Okay, so Lego Harry Potter. Okay, Potter. Easy words. 76422. Okay, so same products. Same exact product. So the price on Target is $89.99. But then there's sales here happening here too. So $62.99 with deals and Target Circle. Okay. So with the Target Circle deal, right? It's giving you an additional 30% off right there. And then what's the other one? Target Circle. And then 5%, an extra 5% too, if you get the Target card. So I will just plug this in. So $89.99, right? Plug it here. Okay, 99. Selling price on Amazon is also $89.99. But we're getting an additional 30% off, right there. So Target Circle deals, take 30% off and select Lego sets right there. So 30% from here, and then 5% if you get the Target card right there. So that's 35%, right? Discount. And then you can also get some discounts from your cashback websites like Rakuten, Top Cashback, and other cashback websites. So Rakuten is giving 1%, right? I mean, it's not a lot, but I'm still gonna add it. So 30 plus 5 plus 1 is 36%, right? So now I go to Seller Amp and then plug in all my discounts. So 30% plus 5%, right? I mean, there's no 1% here. I'll just add 1%. So now with your discount codes, you're getting a 13% ROI. And this product is selling at 52 times in a month. Then again, you go down and look at your competition, right? So wait, 32? Sorry, 32. Oh, sorry, 52. Okay. So 52 sales a month shared by 31 sellers. And it's giving you a minimum of 13% ROI or higher. Would you guys do it? Here, let me type in the chat too. 52 sales per month. %13 ROI minimum, right? Would you guys do it? So 52 sales a month. It's giving you a 13% ROI minimum. I mean, it goes higher here though, right? So after the first 2 sellers, the ROI jumps to at least 35%. And it goes higher and higher from here. Let me see. So John said this, I would pass on. There's always something better. Okay. And then Kristen's a no. Anyone else want to chime in? Dion's a no. Okay. Yeah, I agree. This one is not the best one out there. I mean, the product's cool though, right? Really cool looking product. I mean, for personal use, but for like reselling purposes, it's just not adding up, right? Because you're only getting 52 sales a month. I mean, the competition is pretty high, right? I mean, 31 sellers sharing 52 sales a month. Not just that, the first two sellers are only getting 13% ROI. So, you know, it's just not the best one out there. So this one I would skip for sure. But I'm sure this sells well during the holidays. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. Sells way better during the holidays. Of course, it's a toy, right? But as of today, this is a bad deal. So any questions about it? About the process?
No.
No questions. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much Amazon FBA right there. You look at products, you run the numbers, and then you buy stuff based on data. And then once it sells, you're gonna look at the data again. And if you like what you see, you're just buying more of it. If you don't like what you see, then you just leave your product there until they sell out. There's more advanced strategies on how to like get your money quicker. So some sellers do like a 30-day cycle. Some sellers do like 60 days, 90 days. So depending on how quickly you want your money back, you're gonna have to create your own strategy with that. But with FBA, money's always going in and out of your, the credit card and it's your bank, right? So you buy a product with your credit card, you send it to Amazon, they sell it, and then your payout goes to your Amazon account. I mean, I'm sorry, to your bank account. And then you do it again, right? So money's always like revolving. It's also a good way to rack up points with your credit cards for travel, for cashback. I know a lot of people who do Amazon for travel hacking. There's actually a training in there inside our school group on how to travel for free by selling on Amazon. And then some people just like the cashback cashback points for groceries. So depending on your play, right? There's different angles to this. As far as funding is good for funding because you're always using your credit cards. And as you guys know, the more you use your cards and pay it off, it helps your banking relationship. And then as far as money going in and out of your bank account, it's also good because you can apply for banking revenue based, funding, right? Because you can show your banks, hey, look, I'm making 50K a month with my Amazon business. I need more money to buy more inventory. So you can get funding from your credit card companies and from your local banks. So, what's up, Dion? What's up, bro?
Hey, Louis. Hey, thanks. Yeah, thanks for putting this on for us. You asked the question, is this really worth what you're doing for us? Yeah, actually, it's a lot of help, just to let you know.
Thank you.
Okay. And I appreciate that you're doing this for us.
Yeah, of course.
Setting up the group.
Yeah, money from Red, right? And he said just
yeah,
serve.
yeah,
So.
yeah. You have to
Serving.
give. You have to give, and then you serve the people. You'll always do well.
Right. Yeah.
But a question came up. Well, I have a question because I'm not sure if there's some kind of technique or some kind of way of keeping off stores' naughty lists. So over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been rejected for the stores to sell me products. They've been canceling my order. And when I call them, I get this spiel. we reserve the right to limit or prohibit orders that you are
Hmm.
selling to our judgment appear to be placed by dealers, resellers, or distributors.
Yeah.
How to avoid this?
Yeah. Great question. That's a common problem, actually.
Yes.
The solution is number one to use PayPal.
Use the PayPal one.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you buy products and use PayPal, it's almost 100% sure it's gonna go through.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just does.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
Second one is to switch your credit cards. So I
Okay.
usually
Switch
use
them.
like 5 different credit cards, you know.
Okay. And
Yeah,
rotate the
like Amex,
cycles on them.
Pay, yeah, like whatever, you know, just like switch them up
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, it's just weird because some banks are not okay with some like payment processors, so
Ah,
it's just weird. I don't know
okay.
how it really works, but
Right.
you just gotta mix up your credit cards as far as
Okay.
purchases. So if you buy, let's say from this website, right? And you use Chase and then go through, do it again and use maybe Amex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Kind of
know it's a
mix it up
pain,
or
but
have a
that's just the only way.
right. Because
Yeah.
it's been from some of the bigger stores. So I had a problem with Walmart
Mhm.
and I had to call them a couple times and then they allow my orders to go through after that call.
Mhm.
But then some of the other people, they said, "Oh, it's nothing we can do." I said, "Well, can I call in and let you place the order for me?" No, that won't work. And I've just been getting the runaround for more than a couple of stores.
Mm.
So I'm just trying to figure maybe it's something I'm doing. And actually, I've been using the 3 or 4, cards. And then on the PayPal one, they actually rejected the PayPal. And this is a weird thing. And I was thinking, oh, maybe this is another manufacturer hack too. So I was paying with PayPal. For some reason, they rejected it through PayPal. The money went back to my bank account through
Mhm.
PayPal. But then they came and took it out a week later. So that's not, I guess that's not a manufacturer hack
Oh, really?
way. But I'm not sure what happened with that transaction too, and they end up canceling it through the store policy. So things like that, and I'm wondering, is it something? Maybe it's me filling out the form, me filling out the online account or the sales back count thing. So I do have a fake, or well, I guess what you call a throwaway email address for that.
Mm.
And then the other thing is maybe it's because it's a different zip code from the distributor
Mm. Um,
thing.
so like
I'm wondering something's queuing them off where they're just refusing to give me
um
product.
sorry, is your billing address matching with your shipping address?
No, it doesn't because we're using
Mm.
Oregon. I'm using the distribution place in Oregon.
Oh, Prep Center.
Yeah, Prep
You Prep
Center in
Center?
Oregon, but I'm to for my credit cards to go through, I have to put my home address or zip
Mm.
code.
Yeah. No, there's a workaround with that for sure. Like I'm not sure who you're using as far as Prep Center, but I would talk to them.
Okay,
Yeah, they usually have like, you know, like a secondary address that you can use.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
something. Yeah, something is queuing the stores off or something, and these are like small. I'm buying like 3 items. I'm doing all test buys, three
Mm.
items or 4 items, or maybe I may do a set of 10 if it's something small like a makeup or something like that. And
Yeah.
they're you know more than half of my orders are getting canceled out on me.
Yeah. Um, yeah, as far as a prep center, you would have to ask them like
Are they
directly.
having?
Each
Yeah.
prep center has their own set of ways.
Okay.
But I have a list here, so it's usually use a different credit card, use PayPal, and then use the prep center's alternative address. I mean, there's other ones here, right? Like use
Right.
Google Pay, use gift cards, VPN. I mean,
Right. Okay.
yeah,
The gift cards I didn't try.
but usually if you use PayPal and another credit card, it usually should work. But if not,
Okay.
ask the prep center directly.
Okay.
They also have different addresses anyway that you can use. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Let's go. I'll give
it's also
that a
a
try.
numbers game
Thanks.
too, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, so there's always going to be a certain amount of orders that are going to be canceled. For like whatever reason, and that's why you always have to keep ordering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did it make
Well,
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for example, right, if like 2 out of 10 of your orders are getting canceled, then you just gotta find your ratio
Uh,
and just keep
okay.
ordering.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
That's it? Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Any other questions, you guys? No questions? No? We're good? All right. You guys sure? No more questions? Because if
I have
not,
one.
uh-huh. Who's
Well,
that? Hey, Kevin. Mhm.
it's Kevin. Yeah. Will you be posting this call as a replay anywhere where I can come back to it?
Yeah. So it's going to be under our Amazon for Beginners school group.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So
So
I'd like to go back over it when I can, when my attention's not split between the road and the class.
yeah. Oh yeah, I understand. You're driving right now, so
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, thanks for joining anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I love being on the calls with you. It's
Oh,
great.
thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right, yeah, that was all my questions.
Okay, awesome. Any other questions, you guys? Because if not, we can end the Zoom, I guess. All right. I guess we're good, right? We're good?
We're good.
All right.
You have a great night, Lewis.
All right, everyone. I'll see you guys
Alrighty.
next
Thanks,
week.
Lewis.
And if you guys have any questions about anything, just type it in the school group. Amazon for Beginners school group. So alrighty, guys. See you guys soon.
Good night, all.
Thanks. Bye-bye.